So for my 30th birthday this year, I wanted to do a video that's a little bit different than my typical content. The day that this comes out will probably be on my actual birthday instead of the Wednesday, which is when I usually post my videos. So basically the idea of what I wanted to do in this video was kind of just talk about 30 different things that I've noticed in life, pieces of advice that I've been told or realized. And I kind of just wanted to pass on that to anyone who watches this video. Some of them are, very serious and personal. Other are just kind of stupid little things that definitely still make sense, but are kind of dumb if you think about it. If you are ever helping someone with a project in the attic, make sure that you are always stepping on a beam because you will fall through the floor. A real friend will be there for you, even if you're at your very worst. But then some friends are more like seasons. They come and they go. It's nothing personal. People just outgrow you sometimes, and that doesn't make you any less of a person. Comparing yourselves to other people is honestly, it's just a gateway to unhappiness. Likes on a photo doesn't mean as much as you think it does. In regards to relationships, not everything should be shared online. That's not to say that you can't have a trusted friend or family member that you can confide in, because obviously we all need to vent, but online isn't necessarily the place to do that because the internet likes to dissect things and tries to play doctor to your ailments. Be sure to make time for your family as well. Like, I know when we're younger, we usually will make more time for our friends, but try to take at least some time for your family as well. Friends, they will come and go, but family is typically there for you through thick and thin, even if you don't like them all the time. You should never stop trying to be a better person. You're never too old to start being kinder to someone. You're never too old to improve your health. Just keep trying to be better. Every day you should strive to be better than you were the day before. So this next one is one that I definitely in the past year realized. I've always been the kind of person that's believed that therapy and, prescriptions for depression and anxiety and stuff like that, I've always believed that it's very good and I know that it helps people. But for the longest time, I felt like I didn't need that myself. And honestly, for a long time, I was able to manage and, not have a problem. But then after my dad died and things finally caught up to me mentally, it came time that I either had to start therapy or I was just going to keep spiraling. So if you're struggling, reach out for help. There's nothing wrong with taking prescription medicine or starting therapy to try and cope with the bad things that this world brings. This one's more of a joke than anything, but this next one is don't trust anyone completely. If you have a flat tire and your dad puts the jack under the car for you, always double check to make sure that that's in a good place. Because if you're anything like me and you have great luck like I do, the car will end up falling on your hand and breaking it. Take lots of pictures, but try not to live your life behind a camera lens either. Similar to the, you should never stop trying to be a better person, you should also never stop learning. Which, even if you're not intentionally trying to learn something new, there will always be new things that you learn about. Which is a very interesting concept. You could be 99 years old and learn something completely new to you that you'd never seen before. So a thing that I struggle with sometimes is if someone is kind of rude to me, oftentimes I tend to be rude back. I've always said, I'll be respectful to you as long as you're respectful to me. But at the same time, you never know what a person's going through. And sometimes people just need a little compassion. More so in areas that have like big events. This is probably more of a pertinent thing. I am this way just because I'm very paranoid of a person, but it never hurts to be prepared. So, like in your car, keep blankets, keep flashlight. It doesn't hurt to prepare for something that could inevitably happen. Whenever we were younger, my mom would always bring tons of stuff. She would always have like a fanny pack with like sunscreen and chapstick and whatever else she could possibly think that we might need while we were at like Six Flags. And I took a lot of that with me in the sense of I don't want to have something unexpected that I'm not ready for come up. This next one comes from a friend that I had that didn't seem to be interested in like anything. I think everyone should find hobbies because life is a lot more interesting when you have something that you're passionate about. If a person goes out of their way to hide their phone, they're either cheating on you or they have a really cool present for you. You be the judge of that one. You're not going to be good at everything, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't try it anyways. If someone does or says something to you that makes you feel uncomfortable, say something. People far too often get away with things, whether it's big, small, like it doesn't even have to be the most serious thing. You have a right to feel that way. If you're truly unhappy in a relationship, in a job, in the location that you're living, then leave. Life's too short to spend time being miserable. Just because a person is religious doesn't mean that they're a good person. Kids can be assholes. Whenever me and my brothers were younger, we would play with like the other kids in the neighborhood. And there was this really big incline that we were all playing on. They were like riding bikes down it. My brother Dalton, it got to be his turn to go down it, and they threw one of those cars that like, a kid can fit in, and he like flipped over the bike and ended up falling and hurting himself. Later, after my mom and dad had taken my brother to the hospital, I remember looking down and seeing just a puddle of his blood, and there was like white in it, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's one of his teeth, and it was gum. But yeah, kids can be douchebags. Some people change and some people don't. If someone keeps doing the same thing over and over again, odds are that's their personality and not just a mistake. Money isn't the solution to all problems. Some take time and effort to fix. Others can be fixed with ice cream. Do things on your own sometimes. It can be incredibly freeing and give you some much needed me time. Sometimes you're the friend that you need. You should treat it like you would with an important friendship with someone else because you are important. As tempting as it may be, maybe don't yell at a biker for reckless driving in a parking lot because they can be pretty big sometimes, and they might not take it as well as the one I yelled at did. Ask lots of questions whenever you're starting something new or to learn about people that you care about's past and experiences. Smile at everyone, but don't wave at everyone. Odds are they weren't waving at you. I was, though. Also, on that same note, if you wave at me and I don't wave back, it's probably because I've gotten got way too many times. Slow down and enjoy every moment that you can. Life is already in enough of a rush without you joining it. Be kind to yourself. You might not be perfect, but you're not as bad as you think you are either. No one else notices the flaws that you think you see. Honestly, this one's just a stupid one. Me and my sister were at a restaurant one day and I'd gone to the bathroom, and when I came back, she was like sitting there watching the TV, and these people were in a competition of tag. It's called World Chase Tag, and apparently it exists. Travel and explore as much and as often as you can. You never know when you'll be able to experience something like that again. Be weird. Life is far too boring to not make people question your sanity. So my dad, whenever we were kids, he would always, do count to the 30, and then he would do one to grow on, and then one because he wanted to. So my one to grow on is have kids whenever you are ready to. Don't let someone else's opinion sway when you think you are or aren't ready for kids. Have them when you want them or don't. It's not your responsibility to have kids to make someone else happy. Also, let's stop asking people whenever they're going to have kids or going to get married because you don't know what they're going through. Maybe they can't have a kid, or maybe they want to get married and their partner doesn't. You don't know what kind of skeletons you're going to dig up by asking the questions. And then one because I feel like it, you are good enough, even if everyone else would disagree. I think you're pretty great. Yeah, that was kind of just my 30 thoughts from level 30 of life. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you found something maybe insightful, maybe got a laugh out of one of the stupid things that I said. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.